The wait is finally over. Whispers from the ton are spreading fast, and all eyes are now on Bridgerton Season 4. After the breathtaking drama of Season 3, fans are desperate to know who will take center stage next, which romances will blossom, and most importantly when they can expect a return to the glittering ballrooms of London society. The answers are here, and trust me, they're more exciting than anyone could have imagined. When Netflix officially confirmed Bridgerton Season 4, the announcement sent waves of excitement across the world. This wasn't just any show renewal, it was the continuation of one of the most successful series in streaming history. From the very beginning, Bridgerton has been more than a period drama. It has been a cultural phenomenon, blending romance, scandal, and high society intrigue with a modern twist that keeps audiences hooked. Season 1 gave us the passionate love story of Daphne and Simon. Season 2 shifted focus to the enemies to lovers tale of Kate and Anthony, and Season 3 delivered Colin and Penelope's long-awaited romance. Now, Season 4 promises to raise the stakes even higher. For fans who've been following closely, Netflix didn't just renew Bridgerton for a fourth season out of nowhere. The decision came during the height of Season 2's popularity, proving that the streaming giant had confidence in this saga continuing for years to come. This level of early commitment means the creators have been carefully laying down storylines and character arcs with Season 4 in mind, long before Season 3 even premiered. It's a sign of trust in the show's loyal fanbase, but also a hint that the writers have something much bigger in store. The renewal also confirmed that Shondaland, under the creative direction of Shonda Rhimes, remains deeply invested in this world. Chris Van Dusen may have stepped aside as showrunner after Season 2, but Jez Brownell has carried the torch brilliantly, steering the story through the complex and emotional journeys of the Bridgerton siblings. For Season 4, she is expected to keep building on this vision, weaving in both fresh surprises and faithful nods to Julia Quinn's beloved novels. That balance between honoring the books and giving viewers new layers to obsess over is what has made the show such a global hit. But beyond the creative vision, what really excites fans is the simple fact that Season 4 has been greenlit while the show is still at its peak. Unlike other series that lose momentum after a few seasons, Bridgerton is only growing stronger. The fan theories, the endless TikTok edits, and the online discussions prove that the audience is fully invested. And because Netflix already confirmed the show's continuation, the cast and crew have had time to prepare the next chapter with care rather than rushing to deliver something half-baked. The official confirmation also brings clarity to viewers who might have wondered if the story would stop short. With 8 Bridgerton siblings in Julia Quinn's novels, the series was always imagined as an expansive saga. And while not every season may stick perfectly to the order of the books, the green light for Season 4 reassures us that the full Bridgerton journey is well on its way. This is no longer just a hope, it's a promise, and one that fans across the globe can count on. The first look at Bridgerton Season 4 isn't just a sneak peek, it feels like stepping back into a world we thought we had left behind only months ago. The velvet gowns, the candlelit ballrooms, the whispers behind painted fans. Every detail reminds us that the ton is alive and waiting. But what makes this first look so thrilling is not just the return of elegance, it's the tension. The unspoken promises of passion, betrayal, and scandal hiding in every corner of London society. From the moment the camera sweeps across the familiar Bridgerton estate, it's clear that the tone of Season 4 is going to be bolder and more emotionally charged. The creators have mastered the art of giving us beauty on the surface while hinting at storms beneath it. The early images and teasers suggest that the show will not only bring us into ballrooms and carriage rides, but also take us deeper into the private struggles of its characters, struggles that could change reputations, relationships, and the very balance of the ton. One of the most exciting things about the first look is how carefully the show teases without revealing too much. We see glimpses of familiar faces, some smiling, some hiding secrets, some looking as if they're about to shatter under the weight of expectations. But there's also an energy of something new. It's not just another season of polished dances and stolen glances. This feels like the moment when the stakes get higher, when love isn't just a game of attraction but a battle for identity, freedom, and acceptance in a world bound by rigid rules. What makes Bridgerton so powerful is that it doesn't rely on big explosions or high fantasy. Instead, the first look reminds us that its weapon is intimacy to hands brushing, a glance across the room, a letter left unopened. These small gestures hold more drama than 1,000 swords, and Season 4 looks ready to double down on that intensity. Fans who crave romance will be rewarded, but so will those who live for rivalry, gossip, and the slow-burning suspense of Lady Whistledown's pen. And then there are the whispers about new locations. The early glimpses suggest that Season 4 won't stay confined to the grand halls of the Bridgerton estate or the Featherington drawing room. The show appears to be expanding its world, with richer sets and unexpected places that bring a new energy to the familiar narrative. This expansion isn't just about scale, it's about deepening the storytelling, giving us fresh perspectives, and reminding us that London is bigger than one family's fortune or one romance at a time. The first look also plays a clever trick on its audience. It gives us just enough to spark theories, but holds back the true heart of the season. Who will rise? Who will fall? Which reputation will be ruined? And whose love story will define this chapter? The teasers don't answer these questions, they sharpen them, leaving us hanging on every frame. And that's exactly what makes this preview unforgettable. It doesn't give away the story. It invites us to imagine it. Every season of Bridgerton belongs to a love story. Not just romance for the sake of beauty, but romance that defines an era, shapes a family, and sends shockwaves through society. That's the heartbeat of this series, and Season 4 is no exception. The biggest question now is simple: whose story will be told next? If the series continues following Julia Quinn's novels, then all signs point to Benedict Bridgerton finally stepping into the spotlight. For years, Benedict has been the charming observer, the artist, the dreamer, the sibling caught between duty and freedom. He has danced on the edges of society's rules, never quite belonging to the rigid traditions of his family or the scandalous whispers of the ton. In Season 4, his story could very well take center stage, and if the hints are true, it won't just be a romance, it will be a battle for self-expression, passion, and identity in a world that demands conformity. But here's the twist: Bridgerton has never been afraid to surprise us. When Season 3 skipped ahead to Cullen and Penelope's romance earlier than expected, it proved that the writers are willing to bend the order of Julia Quinn's novels for the sake of storytelling impact. That means Season 4 could bring something entirely unexpected. Could Francesca's journey accelerate, giving us a more somber, complex love story earlier than fans predict? Or could Eloise's rebellious spirit and sharp tongue lead to a season that defies tradition altogether? The uncertainty is part of the magic. The ton never reveals its secrets all at once. What makes the focus of Season 4 so thrilling is the way the writers blend romance with societal tension. Every Bridgerton sibling's journey isn't just about finding love, it's about confronting the cages built around them by class, expectation, and reputation. And when we ask who Season 4 belongs to, we're really asking, whose rebellion against those cages will we witness this time? Will it be a quiet defiance, a secret affair, a scandal that Lady Whistledown cannot ignore? The beauty of this anticipation lies in how carefully the show has set its pieces in motion. Benedict's yearning for freedom, Eloise's disillusionment with society, Francesca's quiet but powerful presence, all of these threads have been woven into earlier seasons. Now, one of them must take center stage, and whoever does, their story won't be told in whispers. It will unfold with the elegance of a waltz, but with the force of a storm. At its heart, the main focus of Season 4 isn't just about who falls in love, it's about who dares to write their own destiny. And in the strict world of the ton, that's more dangerous than any duel or scandal. That's why fans wait, theories swirl, and excitement only grows. Because we know that whoever's story is chosen, it will not just entertain us, it will redefine what it means to love in the Bridgerton world. Every new season of Bridgerton doesn't just give us a love story, it reshapes the ton with fresh faces who stir the calm waters of society. Season 4 is already rumored to deliver exactly that. And if history has taught us anything, new arrivals in this glittering world never come quietly. They come with secrets, ambitions, and the power to change everything we thought we knew about the Bridgertons and their circle. Think back to when Kate Sharma first walked into the ballroom. Her presence alone shifted the balance of an entire season, challenging Anthony's pride and rewriting the rules of his carefully controlled life. Or remember how Penelope, once dismissed as a wallflower, stepped into the light and became one of the most important figures of the story. Season 4 promises the same energy, characters who will arrive not as decoration, but as catalysts for chaos, romance, and scandal. Casting whispers suggest that new suitors, rivals, and allies are on the horizon. If Benedict's story is indeed the focus, we can expect a mysterious new leading lady, someone who doesn't just capture his heart, but pushes him to question everything he believes about love, art, and freedom. Unlike the well-mannered debutantes paraded before society, this character could be daring, unconventional, perhaps even scandalous. And if Bridgerton has taught us anything, it's that love stories are never safe. They are disruptive, transformative, and unforgettable. But Benedict isn't the only one who might be touched by new arrivals. Francesca's path is just beginning, and her storyline promises to be more emotional and bittersweet than her siblings. Could Season 4 quietly introduce her love interest, setting the stage for a future season? If so, casting for this role will be pivotal, a character who carries both warmth and tragedy in equal measure. One wrong step, and the magic is lost. One right step, and it becomes the most heartbreaking love story yet. Of course, new faces don't always bring romance. Some will arrive to test loyalties, to spark rivalries, and to deepen the mystery of Lady Whistledown's pen. Every outsider who enters the Bridgerton world adds fuel to her gossip column, creating ripple effects that could either crown or crush reputations. Will Season 4 give us a new villain cloaked in charm, or a friend who turns foe in the most unexpected way? The casting choices here could shift the very heartbeat of the show. That's the brilliance of Bridgerton. Every character, whether born into power or walking in as a stranger, carries the ability to change the course of the entire season. And with Shondaland's history of casting bold, unexpected talent, we can expect actors who will not just fit the role, they will own it, leaving us unable to imagine the series without them. So as much as fans wait for familiar faces like Benedict, Eloise, and Francesca to take their turn, we must also look forward to the unknown. Because in Bridgerton, the unknown is where the real drama begins. The question that burns brighter than candlelight in the tun isn't just who Season 4 will focus on, it's when. When will we once again step into gilded ballrooms, hear the rustle of silk gowns, and watch secrets unfold under the watchful eyes of Lady Whistledown? Fans have been waiting with restless anticipation, and now, at last, we have answers worth holding on to. Production updates reveal that Season 4 has already been in motion for months. From the first day the cameras rolled, whispers began circulating. How long would filming take? And when would Netflix finally let us feast on the next chapter? If we study the rhythm of past seasons, we find a familiar pattern. Season 1 dazzled us in late December 2020. Season 2 arrived in spring 2022. Season 3, split into 2 parts, shook the world in 2024. Each time, the wait stretched nearly 2 years, but each time, the payoff was worth it. That history tells us one thing: the Bridgerton team does not rush perfection, and now the release window for Season 4 is becoming clearer. Reports suggest that the grand unveiling is expected in 2025, aligning with Netflix's carefully timed strategy. The show's lavish production, its costumes, sets, and sheer scale demands time, and the creators are unwilling to compromise. For them, every frame is a painting, every glance a story, every scene a world we can lose ourselves in. That's why the wait feels long, but when the date is revealed, it feels monumental. What makes this moment so unique is the way Netflix builds anticipation. They do not simply announce a date, they create an event. A cryptic teaser, a dramatic first look, a subtle clue hidden in Lady Whistledown's latest words. Fans pore over these hints like detectives, piecing together the timeline. Some even speculate based on interviews, travel schedules of the cast, or when the Bridgerton social media pages suddenly grow more active. The release date becomes more than information, it becomes a treasure hunt, a shared obsession among millions of fans across the world. And when the official date finally drops, it's not just a calendar reminder, it's a promise. A promise that we will soon return to a world of desire, betrayal, and devotion, painted in the richest colors of drama. A promise that our favorite characters will evolve, that new ones will challenge them, and that stories we have only imagined will finally unfold before our eyes. So while the ton waits impatiently, the truth is clear. The release of Bridgerton Season 4 isn't just about when we'll watch, it's about how we'll feel the moment that date is revealed. The countdown itself becomes part of the drama, and once the clock strikes, the world will once again stop, gather, and step into the ballroom together. No season of Bridgerton exists in silence. Long before the first trailer drops, long before the official release date is confirmed, the fans become the heartbeat of the show. Across social media, from TikTok edits dripping with romance to fiery Twitter debates about book order, the Bridgerton fandom has already turned Season 4 into an event before it has even premiered. One scroll through the fan reactions reveals just how deep the obsession runs. Some are convinced that Season 4 must belong to Benedict, crafting entire theory threads about how his storyline will mirror the pages of Julia Quinn's An Offer from a Gentleman. Others argue passionately for Francesca, pointing to her subtle but powerful presence in Season 3 as proof that her time has come sooner than expected. And then, of course, there are the Eloise loyalist fans who believe her fiery independence and sharp wit deserve a full season to shine. Each theory is argued like gospel, each prediction sparking a new wave of speculation. But it's not just about guessing the lead romance. Fans are equally obsessed with the question of tone. Will Season 4 lean into the playful, slow-burn tension of Kate and Anthony's enemies to lovers arc? Or will it carry the bittersweet, tender weight that Francesca's story seems destined to hold? The first look has already ignited debate, with fans dissecting the smallest details: a costume's color, a character's expression, even the background of a single frame. Every detail becomes a clue, every clue a story. What makes these reactions so powerful is the way they spread like wildfire. A single fan theory can rack up millions of views on TikTok. A Lady Whistledown-inspired fan letter can go viral on Instagram. Bridgerton isn't just a show, it's a shared universe built equally by the creators and by the fans who live inside it. And as Season 4 approaches, the boundary between fiction and fandom feels thinner than ever. The expectations are sky high, but they're not unreasonable. Viewers don't just want another romance, they want to be surprised, moved, and swept away. They want characters who make them laugh, cry, and gasp in equal measure. They want scandal that keeps them awake at night, replaying scenes in their heads. And most of all, they want the kind of love story that makes them believe, if only for an hour, that passion can conquer society, family, and every unspoken rule of the ton. That's why the fan reactions matter so much. They're not just chatter, they're the pulse of the show's success. Season 4 isn't only being written by the creators, it's being shaped by the expectations of millions of fans waiting to see their dreams come alive. And when it finally arrives, every tweet, every reaction video, every whisper "did you see that?" will fuel the legacy of Bridgerton for years to come. And so, the picture becomes clear. Bridgerton Season 4 is not just another chapter, it is the promise of new passion, new scandal, and new battles fought in whispered words and stolen glances. Netflix's confirmation ensures the journey continues. The first look teases us with elegance and danger in equal measure. The main story, whether it belongs to Benedict, Francesca, or Eloise, will redefine love in the ton. New characters are waiting in the wings, ready to change the rhythm of society. And the release date, still just beyond our reach, hangs in the air like a secret we're all desperate to uncover. The fans have spoken, their voices echoing across the globe, hungry for answers, bursting with theories, and united by the magic of this series. Their expectations are not small, but Bridgerton has never been about delivering small stories. It has always been about sweeping us away, about giving us a world where love is both a weapon and a salvation. And as we stand on the edge of Season 4, one truth is certain: the best is yet to come. So now, the ballroom doors are open to you. Which sibling's story do you believe will command the spotlight this season? What new scandal do you think Lady Whistledown has hidden in her quill? And what are your predictions for the romances, betrayals, and revelations waiting for us in the grand halls of London? Share your theories below, because this conversation doesn't end here, it begins with you. If you don't want to miss a single update, make sure to subscribe, because the closer we get to the release date, the louder the whispers will grow. Until then, keep your eyes sharp, your heart ready, and your secrets safe, because in Bridgerton's world, everything can change with a single look.